My name is Kiel Deonda. I'm in a group called Profound Minds with
Sean Moore,
Alicia Collins,
Hezekiah Moore,
Davon State, Rodney Smitherman,
and Forrest Thrower.
We are all seniors in Westinghouse High School. I'm a part of the Lighthouse group. We have recently been selected to go to Prague, and this is our story.
Last year, 2012, we created a song dedicated to the YMCA called All In.
We entered a contest to write a song for the YMCA, so something like a tribute song, and we won the contest, so we got a chance to go to Philly.
For the General Assembly, which we performed and went to workshops, which prepared us for Prague.
The trip itself was, as far as getting over there was really hectic.
This was actually my first plane ride ever. I'd never been on the plane before. I always drove places.
I mean, I myself had to get up at 4 a.m. just to get to Lighthouse, and then from there, well, not Lighthouse, but the YMCA, but from there we had to go to the airport.
We had to take 3 flights.
We had to go from Pittsburgh to Chicago, and we had a 6-hour layover over there. Then from Chicago, we took a 9-hour trip, I believe, to Frankfurt. From Frankfurt, it was like 45 minutes to get to Prague.
We got to the festival, but they canceled our performance because it was raining so hard. When we got there, it just started blowing. There was dust flying everywhere. Then it just started raining hard. So they told everybody to go to the main cafeteria. When we got there, the performances started happening, like little performances started happening. People yelling out where they're from, like Australia, Mexico. There was even a little step show. It was actually nice. They killed it. They did good.
If you love the world, make some noise! If you love your countries, make some noise!
So for our very first performance there in Prague, we performed All In, which is our YMCA tribute song from our last CD album called Profound Minds. The crowd there was actually terrific. It was huge. I think it was about 2,000 people at the most. But I was behind the curtains until my part came up for me to come out. And like, when I came out, I was nervous, but I just had to fight it and just perform and rock the show.
My favorite thing about Prague was performing on that big stage and having like all the support and love just come after we perform.
Before we even performed, we were like backstage, and you could just hear how the crowd was roaring. So it was like, if you've never experienced that, it was just like, wow, I'm so nervous. No, I wasn't really nervous, I'm just playing. But once we got on stage, when you just saw how many people there was, you're like, wow, like I gotta perform in front of this whole crowd, like thousands and thousands of people. Like, it's just so surreal.
We performed because we didn't have a chance to perform the day before because, well, due to the rain. But when we performed, I felt like the crowd got really hyped just because we're young, we're African American, and doing the songs positive about the Y, dedicated to the Y.
I think my favorite performance was when we did like the little sad stage performance, when we did a couple songs from the album, and it just was fun. So we were able to do like some of our favorite songs or songs that we haven't done in a while. And even though we didn't have like a big, huge crowd like we did on the main stage, we still had fun.
There wasn't as many people there as the first performance, but it was still a good performance. We were hyped. We were hyped because we performed songs that we usually don't do. We performed the song called Superman.
Wake up, cause all my brothers dying off. I'm super sick, dude pass me the Tylenol. I got the courage of a beast, the shit's a lion off.
I'm ill.
I'm ill, homie, I'm ill. Spit up on that beat and I'm doing it for the thrill. Origins of beast, make the track vanish. I stay up on my grind, make these haters straight panic now.
Teamwork.
Teamwork, 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 teamwork. Solo joint, now this whole land. Hates go win, that's why I'm last. Shot go out the Grammy, give you props now while I'm rapping. Killer.
Flashback. That's a good song right there.
Forget the listening, I'ma do my own talking. Drawing words within the margin, trying to find a plan of bargain. Look to the God, left it to us to define. Right, my southpaw mind is like LeBron at the line. Nice.
Also, when we were touring, I got to perform a song with these guys that were just like performing on the streets. One of them, he was a guitar, well, both of them were guitar players. One of them, he was sitting on the steps. Well, he was sitting by the steps and he was just playing his guitar, and I just started like singing just anything. And people actually gave him money. And then another time there was a guy, he was singing and playing the guitar by the castle that we went to, the other tourist place. And I just jumped in and sang with him. I didn't know what he was saying, but I just caught on and just sang with them. Singing with the 10 Sing group was pretty cool because I got to sing with people from different countries and stuff, and just sang in a little choir, and we got to perform on the jam stage, and everybody came to see me from Blow Your Mind, and it was fun.
I was in this workshop called Discovering Your Sport, and in that workshop, we got to interact with each other, tell people like what's your sports or like your talents, hobbies, and everything. We got to play like games, mini games. It was cool for us.
I attended the spinning yard workshop, which was basically in our native language. They showed us how to do dreads, but we had to do yard, so it was kind of different, but it was amazing.
I was chosen to become a vlogger while in Prague. It was me and Davon Staten. We just went around asking people what the theme of the day was, which was, what would every young person need to change the world? And we went around and got different answers from different people. We turned them into the YUSA delegation, I think. And they basically made a small 30, 45 second clip and showed it up on the main stage where we performed.
Meeting people from different countries was definitely a good experience. They had a lot of culture and things they could share with us, as well as us sharing stuff with them. We got to trade a lot of things, and that was also one of the highlights of the trip.
While we were there in Europe, we met many different people from different countries and cultures. And it was like I'm really meeting people from different countries that don't speak my language.
I met so many people from Mexico, from Finland, Iceland. It was so many people. And down there, people are so nice. Like, you couldn't come up here and like talk to a random person because they'll look at you like all weird type. So to like meet people from different countries, it was like kind of amazing.
Going to Prague, I definitely want to say made us closer as a group and as a family per se. We definitely put different issues aside and have grown together. I know Mr. Phil was definitely a big help there. He was very encouraging and very helpful in those situations when things were just getting a little bit rough. So we always can go to him, and that's one of the things that we love about him, because we can always go to him when we need someone.
What I brought back from this experience is what the teachers have always been telling me, that there's somebody somewhere across the world that's always trying to be better than you. So what I brought back from there is to be on my A game, because there was a lot of people that was real good at what they were doing.